How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry about the noise. Let me get away from the noise. I'm just having another car MOT'd. It's quite lucky. So I'm literally round the corner from the new place. I could walk there. I won't because I don't really walk anywhere. But I could walk there if I wanted to. I could definitely bike. But it's really handy that, and it just so happens that the guy at that MOT bay is sort of the guy that told me that the new place was vacant. That's sort of what started this whole adventure, really. I knew about the place and I'd inquired about it like 2 years ago, but the guy that was in there said that he was going to stay in there, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I digress. So this is an introduction to, I'm going to have to make a bit of an apology about this video because it was never going to be a video. I took all this footage of this car, this Nissan Patrol, when I was I sort of wanted to do a YouTube channel, and I was talking to no one, as I am right now. You know, I'm talking to you guys, but you know, there's no one around apart from some donkeys. So the footage, it's not going to be brilliant, and I apologise about that. Some of it, a lot of it, so the first bit isn't in landscape, so it's not ideal, but the car, it was too cool to not do a video on, especially with everything about it, which you'll now see, and what I did to it, and I suppose the main reason that I've ended up doing it, so I was trying to free up space on my phone, and I was deleting all this footage of this patrol, and I was thinking, this is such a waste. That's what I just think it's a waste. So I've tried to make a video of it before I deleted all the footage. So I apologise if the quality isn't that good, but it's another video to watch. I mean, it was interesting to me, and I've just had a message from the guy that I'll put at the end of the video in Scotland. You know, I'll say a little bit more about the guy that bought it. So to start off with, I think, do you know what? I'll put a picture up now. This picture, you're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit here, because this picture is where I bought the car from this place. I didn't take any video footage of when I went there because, you know, I didn't want to be rude at the end of the day. I didn't know the lady that I bought the car from. I got told about the car. I'll say it a little bit more in the video, but I went and had a look at the car, and she asked me about a box trailer that she had as well to help her get rid of the box trailer. So I took pictures of the box trailer. Look at this picture, then look to the right of it, and you'll see the Patrol sitting there all green, and you can just see the side of it. So I bought the Patrol, took it home, took a picture of it on the driveway, which is on the thumbnail. Then I went to the car wash. Then I started getting into it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So you can see these flies. What is going on? We'll get into the video and then I'll say a bit more along the way. Look at this peach. You can't actually see like all of the green. Oh, there you go. You can see most of the green. There's a good bit of green up there. Look. Look at it. Look at the state of it. That is a whole lot of green. 40,000 genuine miles. It's a really good looking one too. Nice colour, lovely interior. Has actually got plants growing in it. What a beast. So, other than the amazing stickers on the corner there, this is a bit of a vehicle of two halves now. I wish I had someone else that could film it so they could see the difference just a little bit of a fallout remover and a jet wash. I mean, look at the difference. This is like a vehicle of two halves now. I've started to do a little bit of the roof rack, as you can see by the perfect line in the middle. Haven't done the other half. See, this is still poorly, bless it. Look at this. See, my fallout remover's gone a little bit purple on some parts, because that's what it does. Turns everything purple. You can see it there, purple. Better get back on with it. I'm loving this Patrol though, it's a beast. just do a quick walk around video of it. Obviously it's a lot easier to have a look through a video than it is through images. So for anyone that would like to see, here we go. Sorry about the cracking knees. Obviously has a very large bull bar on the front, and as for the roof rack, I'm not entirely sure about the roof rack. It looks awesome, but I've never seen anything like it in my life. So what you're actually watching here is the video, like the walk around video that I did on the Patrol for prospective buyers. You know, that's the sort of car I got a lot of different inquiries about that car. People from all over the country, as you can imagine. A lot of people wanted videos about it, so I did videos. I did a walk around videos, did a video of the interior, did a video of underneath it, 3 minutes long, so anyone could see underneath it. And so that's probably why it sounds a bit dull. I was trying to be professional. I don't know. I don't know how it's going on a bit though, isn't it? But as far as the inside goes, it's got no wear on the driver's seat at all, as you would expect for something of this sort of mileage. It's got a little plug in there, 14 volts. Sunroof. Don't think the rear seats have ever even been used. As for the carpets, it's got the Patrol carpet mats on it, rubber mats, but you look underneath there, the carpets, they're brand new. They're not all gunky like this. I don't think it's ever been sat in the back. You know, the seats haven't got any marks on them. They've got no wear on them. I mean, as for the back. There's no way these have ever been used. So when I bought it in, it had this load cover in. The rear seats weren't fitted. The rear seats were in the guy's garage. So as you can see, I have now fitted them. They're all there, both headrests. But they've never been used. They're literally like brand new. I'll pop one back. As you can see, other than where the headrest is in, they've never been used. Carpets are all like brand new. No dirt, no mud, no nothing. Same in the back. Same on the front here. Right, I've got to show you guys this. So anyone that knows anything about Nissan Patrols, they'll know the quirks and everything, you know, they'll know they're incredible cars, blah blah blah, which they are. I know very little about them, never had one before, got offered this one, but I've just got to show you what happens to the dashboard on these, because I've been in the motor trade my whole life, I've never seen anything like it. Only seems to be the black ones, as in the black dashes. I believe the grey ones before this never did it. Something to do with the adhesive on the black dash, but it just reacts with the glue. I'm guessing as the sunlight reacts with the glue, comes away from the surface, but the whole dash has bubbled up. It's separated with all of the way, and it is still got air behind. Never seen anything like it. Now the lovely guy that's bought this car would like it sorted out, because he's completely right, it lets the car down. Everything else about this car is absolutely beautiful, but they're not the dash. So he's told me that he'd like me to sort it out, which only leaves two things: take the dash out, get it recovered, or replace the dashboard. I've been on the phone to Nissan. Nissan want the best part of £890 plus VAT for a genuine dashboard, which is still available, but a 4 to 6 week wait from Japan. We haven't got time for that. So I'm going to take the dashboard out myself. My upholstery guy is going to resurface it in like an unbacked carpet, so it'll have a matte finish. So I will do a few little clips, taking it out along the way. So we can see what the difference looks like. Let's get on it. So just in case you're ever doing a job like this, guys and gals, if there's quite a lot of wiring, and this really isn't that bad, there isn't really a lot of wiring at all, and it's probably fairly self-explanatory when it goes back in. However, I've always been taught like this, and I still do it. If you've got loads of wiring which could go in a load of places, go and get some paint and put little dabs next to where the wiring goes. Metallic blue, metallic green next to the green, and that one we've got red with red, we've got yellow with yellow, and over here we've got a brick red with a brick red. It just helps you remember roughly where they need to go, so you don't worry too much when you're putting it all back together. It's always helped me out. I'll try not to knock you off. It's loose. Yeah, it's probably holding it in. Oh dear. It's all loose. I'm doing it in stages because I'm having to do it by myself. Dash is actually quite heavy. Just thought I'd show you. Oh, dash is out. Oh. The truck looks a bit dashless. It's gone with getting the bubbly stuff off. As you can see, all of the glue on the top of the dash, as I showed you in the car, has bubbled up like nothing you've ever seen. It's really horrible. So what I've now got to do is take it all off and get it recovered. I started trying getting it off. I tried heating it up like what you would almost expect to, and all it did was make all of the glue go all goopy, sort of turn into like a black liquid almost. It went all over my hands, all over it was horrible. Now luckily I haven't got the heating on in here at the moment, and it's actually about 3 degrees. It's cold, but the colder it is, it seems to come off in one big chunk, which is the complete opposite to what normally happens when you're taking an adhesive off. Usually you heat it up and it comes off in one big bit, but you heat this up and it turns into just a horrible goop. So I've let it go cold, and now, as you can see, it's all coming off about 1 millimetre thick. So the cover is with the glue, it's about 1 millimetre, 2 millimetres thick, but then you get this nice hard sound pad, which obviously gets all of the sound dead, and for the dash, so the engine isn't quite as loud as what it normally would be. So if I can take all this off here and then get it recovered, it shouldn't be too much of a bad job at all. So I'll crack on. There we have it. Nice big pile there, and all of it's off the dash. So all the material's now off the dash, all apart from this annoying bit. So where it was worse, where it bubbled up worse, the glue is just completely stuck to the dash, and the only way, no matter what I try and do, the quickest way to get it off without damaging, because this is very fragile, this is, you can't put a screwdriver against it, even a plastic wedge to get underneath it. The only way that I've managed to get it off without damaging it, see, even there, picks up a tiny little bit, that is by doing it with your nail. You know when you're trying to peel something off something, and you get like a little bit of a corner up and it starts going, and you get a big old bit and you think, oh, I've got a big old bit! It's not happening with this. Not at all. It's like the smallest, tiniest pieces. Oh, I'll persevere. Oh, nearly took a chunk out then. It's cold in here. And there you go. All apart from that tiny little bit there, which I'm going to have to do in the morning because my finger has run out of scratch. It's taken over 3 hours to do that. And now it's time to go in. Exciting times, people. You know what this is? Look at this. It's a Patrol dash. Look at that. How much better does that look? Well chuffed with that. My upholstery guy just dropped it off. Obviously got to get it all back fitted in the Patrol now, but just had to show you guys before I put it back in. I'm well happy with that. Mega. Let's get it back in. Oh, look at the dashboard. That's not Let's get in the hole. What? My arm's aching already. It weighs a ton, this dashboard. Ah! So, we've got yellow and yellow there, so I know that goes through that hole. We've got a bit of metallic red there, and nice bit of metallic red there, so I know that goes there. So we've got a bit of metallic grey there. Nice metallic grey there. Bit more of a metallic blue up here, so that one. Marvellous. That one goes there. Oh, they're metallic grey as well, so they come out of the same hole. So them ones are there, them ones are there. So I've got a red there, and no wiring coming through it. Yay! Red and red. Winner. With a little grey clip, perfectly located, just to go in there. There we go. It's all done. My customer's going to be well happy with that. I'm well happy with it. Mega. Right. Off we go. Going out in the Patrol, just taking the Patrol to the car wash. After we've got all the dash back in, guys coming to pick it up tomorrow morning. So I thought we'd go out, take you for a little drive in it, just before it goes, because I can't imagine my mum ever going to have another one of these. It's like, do you know what, this car, now, I can see the love for these cars. Obviously, people that love these cars, there's going to be people that take them on safari, people that go off-roading, proper off-roading, you know, none of this just going over a little bit of a field, or proper off-roading. You can lock all the diffs and everything like that. It hasn't got any of the modern stuff that usually goes wrong on a diesel. So it's obviously fairly, Toyota Land Cruisers of the same age, they're the same sort of thing. They're worth a fortune, they don't really break down. But this car, right, every time you drive this car, it's like an adventure, even if you're just going down the shops, because, you know, it isn't quiet. It isn't like, for this sort of money that this car costs, You could go and buy like a fairly nice Merc ML, BMX5, that sort of stuff, but they're just another car. You know, it's you know when you get in this thing, you start it up, you know it's going to start. You put it in gear, you know it's going to go in gear. You can drive to Scotland in it, you know it'll get there and it'll come back and it'll love every minute of it. It's not a sort of thing when you start up like your everyday modern ML or something like that. You put it in gear with the gear selector on the indicator stalk, and then the gear selector module goes down in the gearbox and your car's stuck there and you can't move it and you have to have it recovered, and it hasn't got any of that. So it's just out and out fun, pretty much. I'm going to put it in neutral when I'm going to put it in neutral when we get to the junction. It's a little bit rainy, but it's just a cool car. So the guy that has bought this, he isn't having it as an everyday driver. He's having it almost as, he's got a boat, so he wants to be able to tow his boat with it, and obviously taking this and launching it, he'll love every second of that, launching a boat. You won't even know that you've got a little boat on the back of this if you're towing it, but you'll be able to take it down. What are they called when you launch a boat? What are them? I've literally forgotten what they're called. On the slipway, I don't know what they're called, but it'll love every minute of doing that. And he, as soon as he drove it, he just loved it. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit tractor-like, you know. It's a bit industrial. It's a bit commercial. It isn't silent. You can hear the engine. You know what I mean? You can hear the normal combustion knock of a normal diesel. But it's really not that bad. It's as far as like the suspension and the wheelbase and everything, like, it's not as bumpy as your everyday Navara or your Isuzus and things like that. I mean, it's I've driven loads of Isuzu D-Maxes, all them sort of, and it's like even if you go over a matchstick, they rattle your fillings out. You know, you expect them to sort of drive along. You see them like twin cab trucks and stuff that everyone's got now. You see them driving along the road, and you sort of expect them to be like driving like on a cloud. They are the complete opposite to it. They're bumpy. They're not smooth by any means. There's no room in them because you either have to get an extended cab which hasn't even got back seats in it. You get a double cab which got back seats, but unless you've got a truckman top on the back, you can't put nothing in the back because it's not waterproof, and truckman tops aren't 100% waterproof either. This thing is completely enclosed because obviously the back is all part of the car. It's just a cool car, and the more you drive this, the more you love it, especially with the new dashboard. He's going to love it as well. He's going to love it as well. He will love it when he comes and picks it up. So we thought we'd give it a quick wash, and then he can come pick it up. And here we go. Car wash done. It's raining, but it doesn't matter because the road's dry, so it won't get dirty. Just on the way back to mine, it's only a mile or so, so it won't take long. And it's get it chamoised off, get it hoovered out. Just it's not dirty. It wasn't dirty before I even gave it a wash, but there's just something about washing a car just before it gets picked up that I like doing. I wash every one of them again, no matter how much time I've spent on them. And I don't know, it just makes me feel a bit better. I never meant for this channel, whatever this channel might end up being, I mean, it's not going to be a car review channel or anything like that. It's really not. I appreciate that I'm no Jeremy Clarkson. I ain't no Wesley Snipes. I don't know. It's just I just thought I'd take you along with me just before this goes, because I'm never going to have another one of these. I know I'm not. I'm definitely never going to find one with 41,000 miles on, which in reality is the only reason I bought it. If the people that... So I was contacted through another customer, and this was... lovely lady, this was her dad's car. He sadly passed away, and they phoned me up and said, would I be interested in buying it? And when they said it's a Nissan Patrol, straight away I thought, I made an assumption. Don't ever make assumptions. It's the worst thing you can ever do. I do it every day, and don't do it. I just assumed that it would be some knackered 280,000 mile thing, which I'm just not into at all. I'm not into that. Then she said it's done 40,000 miles. I had to go and have a look at it then, and I mean, I can't remember whether I would have done this, but I know I took pictures of it. I didn't take my camera with me when I viewed the car the first time, when the battery was flat and it was all green, which there are pictures of. It looked sorry for it. I mean, it had plants growing out of the roof. It looked pretty sorry for itself. But the lovely guy of the wife who contacted me, he had to go to a place which was about 15 miles away at the exact same time that I was looking at the car. I put my jumper on the car, it jumped straight away, even though the battery was completely flat. It jumped straight away, no problems at all. He said he had to go here to run a particular errand, and would I mind just driving this there with him? So I got like a 30-mile road test before I've even bought the car. It's been sitting there doing nothing. It just shows you how good these things are. It fires up straight away. It drives there the same as like what it drives like brand new, this thing. I know a lot of salesmen say that, and it's, ugh, I hate that line. But it literally does. It doesn't knock. It doesn't bang. There's no squeaks. There's no nothing. It's just mega. And every time you drive it, you're higher up than any four-wheel drive, unless you're like against some jacked up modified thing, but you're higher up than most people. It's just a cool car. It makes you happy every time you drive it. And I'm guessing that's why he's bought it. Look at that car. And that's it. It's you know what, it made me cold watching taking that dash out and putting that back. It was freezing when I was doing that dashboard. And that's it for that one. The guy, so I was saying, I'll put a little picture up of what the guy that bought that, Steve, who bought that Patrol. I'll put a little picture up now of what he sent me of him in Scotland. It's so random, you know, I didn't know that he was going to take it to Scotland when I said that about going to Scotland. And he has, you know, and it's mega, you know, it's great. He loves it. It was cool. So I'm sorry if for the start of it, I know the quality of the video wasn't the best, but I couldn't. My tummy rumbling days. I was deleting all that. I didn't want to waste it, so I made that video. So thanks for watching this one, guys. I'll get on to the next one. I don't know if it's an update or whatever's coming. I don't know. I'm not sure what's coming next, but hit that like button if you like what I'm doing. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.